Hey, let's look at our new markdowns. I'm Cadence Kidwell, owner of Fuzzy Goat in downtown Thomasville, and I'm going to show you our second set of markdowns in our twice a year clear out sale up to 75% off. So we've got some great stuff that we've marked down now for our second markdown, and most things are 40% off or more. And if you're watching on the 4th of July weekend, you can also use a special coupon. Look for that in our social media. It's called Happy 4th, HAPPY, the number 4, and then TH. And you can buy 3 items and get the 4th free. Am I going to? Yeah, get the 4th free. And they don't have to be the same thing. So, but that's only through the 4th. So if you're watching this a little bit later, there's still good deals in the sale. Okay, so on to the yarn. So one of the yarns in the sale that even though we're talking about the sale again, because it's a limited time, I want to keep it fresh. So I'm going to show you some new yarns that we haven't talked about yet. So this one here is Sarah Tweed. This one I got from BC Garn, and it is it is mulberry silk. It is 60% silk, kind of this raw silk, with 40% wool in it, and it's just lovely. It's a sport. It's all the same color. It's natural. It's undyed. And Melissa came up with some great patterns. And where did I put them? I buried them right here for this yarn. It's a sport weight, and we think it would look really lovely in this Novena cowl. And we have the links for all these patterns I'm going to talk about at the if you go to fuzzygoatyarns.com. Up across the top has a banner for the sale, and you're looking for Sarah Tweed, and the links for these patterns are in there. And so look at that cowl. That would just be really lovely in this raw silk sport yarn there. And so happy to see so many of you watching. I did have a bumpy start. I guess I had pressed, while I was getting the camera ready earlier, I had pressed play when I wasn't quite ready for play. So thank you for coming back. Hello, Harriet. How are you today? Then we have Dangling Conversation has also been made in this Sarah Tweed. And I know we've shown you this before, but the ranunculus, here is a ranunculus made in the Sarah Tweed. And this would actually be lovely in that. With 60% silk, that we don't have any yarn in the shop that has that high percentage. But it's not a slippery silk. You can see as I get closer, it's that raw silk. So, let me tell you the details. 191 yards of a sport weight, and it was $27 a skein, and now it's $14.85. And if you use your Happy 4th coupon code, you can get the 4th one free, 3, and then the 4th one free. So that is Sarah Tweed. Speaking of tweed, one of the things I love about having the sale going on, it's a little messy, it's a little chaotic. That part is not my fun part, but I do love offering, a really good deal for you guys. That is super fun for me, and it's also enjoyable while the sale's going on. I can walk around and go, there's too much of that, or I'm tired of that. Why is that still here? And I got a place to put it. So we added another color of craggy tweed to the sale because we just had too much of it. Can you kind of get a glimpse of it here? We got too much of this one color. So let me show you that. We've only got one of the original color that we had in the sale. So that would also make a great addition to, say, a night shift. You could always use that, or you could use one to make a cowl or a hat. But we have lots of this particular color here, Rank Bronc, and it's 231 yards, and it was 33, and it's now 30. And sale, so the 4th of July sale doesn't include just the sale yarn. It's on anything in the store, but if you buy 3 things, the 4th one is free. So lots of those would be great for the poncho that we've shown you. This would be perfect and yummy in that. Great time of year to start that. Hey, Bonnie, we got your fuzzy fix. Come on down and pick that up. We haven't seen you in a bit. But we also think this would be great for socks. You can make this basic sock in DK, and this is a DK yarn with hand dyed from Farmer's Daughter, and it would be great. So we added that new color into the sale. Something that we are having a lot of fun with in the sale is this Earth Gusto. And I brought some down a little bit so we can take a look at it. And it's this speckle. This is one of those yarns that I got at a special price and brought in just for the sale. And they are 440 yards. It is hand dyed in Turkey by our friends from Earth. It is 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. Makes great socks. Lots of you are buying one of each color, so I think you're probably buying socks worth for it. But let me show you some other things you can make with it too. So these have numbers. They're not near as exciting. This one is in terms of the numbers, but the yarn I think is really fun. This one is 1207. This one is 1202. Got the speckles in there. It's just luminescent, especially this green here is really pretty. This is 1204. And then this one here is smoky and dark. Chiwa was using this the other day and pairing it with a solid, 1208. Look at that. So for pairing with a solid, I think it would be great for Sizzle Pop. I haven't talked about brioche in a bit, but I love brioche. Brioche is great to use a speckle and a solid with. So we've got, to keep it with the theme of the sale, we've got some great solids from Neighborhood Fiber Co. that are in the sale. So you could put these two together and that would make a great Sizzle Pop. Or you could use, this one is Oliver, and so Neighborhood Fiber Co. was 38 and is now 22.80, and the Earth Gusto was 34 and is now 17. So you can see that we got a really good price on that. And this is also a good price in the sale. So those two, Oliver could go well with this. Oliver would also go well with this smoky one. And look at this blue here. This blue here is called Georgetown. I think we've only got one of those left. I think we only have one of the Oliver left also. The Georgetown goes great with the 1204, and you could do a two-color Sizzle Pop with that. So that would be super fun. I love brioche. Other things that you can do with this speckledy yarn, the lounging top would be perfect for that. Look how fun a summer top would be in this, and you could just make, some of you, depending on your size, can do this in 2 skeins. So at $17 each, that's a $34 knitted top. I mean, that's a really good deal. So the lounging top would be great for that. Crochet wise, the 1,000 Kisses, you could do that with 1 skein, and it would be really fun with the speckled, because the speckle's going to move around differently in the crochet than it will with the knitted. And then 1 skein can do the Sonoya. And we've got all the links for these at the sale under Earth Gusto, because that's the yarn I'm talking about here is the Earth Gusto. And so all the pattern links are there, and I'll have the link up directly to the yarn when we're through chatting. So this is a great pattern that has just some simple stitches in it and really lets the yarn shine. And with all that speckle going on in there, that's a great way to do that. And then if you wanted something a little bit bigger, this sample here that Susan knit for us, the Ada shawl, would take 2 skeins. So you can make a whole beautiful shawl. This is a great time to stock up on things that you might want to make as gifts, or if you want to encourage a knitter, or if you want to give a gift to a knitter who's, you know, having a rough time. This would be a great way to do that and then still have plenty of money left in your own yarn account. So those are some ones for the Earth Gusto. And then with the Neighborhood sock here, let me show you some others. We got this really pretty purple. This one here is called Truxton Circle, and it I think would go well with that. We got a couple of those. And another one that we have several of, because I bought a lot of this at the beginning because I was super excited about this. This is Observatory Circle, and named after where our vice president lives. So that is super cool, and it is a really pretty kind of hand-dyed, mostly solid, reddish, deep red. Neighborhood Fiber Co. is 400 yards of an organic merino there, machine washable. So those are the neighborhood fiber ones and the tweed. And while I was looking around in the sale, I think we might have one more of these left. This is the Year of the Gnomes from Emma's. They were, let's see, we did a good job crossing off the original price. I'm not quite sure. They're now 117. I think they were 196. Forgive me if I misspoke, but the original price will be on the web. And there's a bunch of skeins in here. You do not have to make gnomes, but you could make a year of gnomes. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 10 skeins in here, and we have them laid out so that you can see the colors in there. They are fingering skeins. Let me get a fun one to show you here. This would be a great way to just get a smattering. That's what I ask for my husband sometimes. He's like, what can I bring you? I said, you could bring me a smattering of potato chips. Those golden russet potato chips. I'm kind of addicted. Don't tell my doctor. This is vacay. So this is in here. This is 200 yards. So this is a great way to get a smattering, 10 different colors of different skeins. 200 yards. So it's a half skein. It's bigger than the minis, not as big as a full skein. They're all fingering in there. And I think we've got one more of those left. I see 2 over there, but I think one was purchased just before I went online. We got some pom-poms left in the sale too. We're going to restock those, but you know, it's not quite pom-pom season, but maybe if you're making a hat, you might want to check those out because those are really cute. And then I also put some new bags in the sale, so let's come and take a look at those. And because as I said, I looked around and I'm like, yeah, that needs to go on the sale. It's time for that to have its new home. So we put the giant bags. These are our Baggu canvas bags in the sale. Melissa and I both have one of these, and we use it all the time. It has big handles that you can put on your shoulder. If you load up too much and it's not good for your shoulder, like I've got frozen shoulder right now, not too good for me to put it on my shoulder. I've got these handles, because that's the danger when you have a big bag, is that you overload it and it's not good for you. But now I can still carry it by these handles, and pockets on each side, on the outside, and pockets on the inside on both sides also. Okay, they were $68 and now they're $47.60, and we have 2 of those left. And then we have 3 of our cotton backpacks. What I love about these, we actually have dads coming and buying these because they make great diaper bags, and also because you can wash them because there's no leather hardware on them. It snaps. It's all solid inside in terms of there's no pockets on the inside. You snap it, you can cinch it with this cord here, and then it has 2 pockets. 2 pockets here on the outside. We got 3 of those left, and it's a backpack. So we threw some of those in the sale also. And then we've got BC Garn. I've shown you that before, but I'm just standing here next to it, so I'll have to tell you about it. Makes great sweaters. I know Sherry just got a great sweater quantity of that in there. And here's something that I just bought too many of. And these little Easter guys are now $12 for this Easter garland. Super cute Easter garland. You'd have to put it away and remember where you put it, but you'd be really glad that you did, because they were originally $48 and now they're just $12. So that cute little thing there. Let's come over here and see some other things I haven't shown you yet while we've got a minute. Several of these baby blanket kits in this color, they were $58 and now they're $34.80. And let's see, we have a few embroidery kits of this one here, Take Good Care. I bought a little bit too many of these because it had the hand on it, and you know, we were washing our hands constantly. Take good care, great message. Just bought too many. 35. They were 35 and now they're 21. They come with everything you need but the scissors. We just love our cozy blue. We have, if you want to treat yourself, we have our shortbread. Our knit night snacks are in the sale right now also. So we've got the Tennessee whiskey and the chocolate, looks like the ones I can see right now, as well as some of our pancake mix. Mr. Fuzzy Goat came and loaded up on that, especially when he saw that it was in the sale. So we got our pancake mix. Both of those are Southern made treats. And our macrame wall hanging, I overestimated the enthusiasm among our people for macrame. So I bought too many of these. They were 48 and now they're 28.80. And they come with everything you need, including the stick. And we have these different colors in there as well. Oh, and this Aran Flat heart bag. How cute is this for notions? This would really kind of, spark somebody's excitement for life right now. You kind of maybe you want to give somebody one of these and fill it with a couple little treats. That would make a really sweet little gift. You could give it now or you could save it for the holidays. They were 38 and now they're 28.80. And it's just this really great nubby bark cloth that I love also. So that's kind of a few of the highlights that we have for the sale. I also have a note here to tell you something here that Carolina filled me in on the idea of dopamine dressing. I thought maybe she was talking about a new kind of salad dressing or something like that. But she's talking about when you dress in a certain way, it can release dopamine in your body, which is really interesting to me because I'm often talking about how my clothes need to entertain me, right? I mean, I didn't quit my job to open a yarn store to dress in a more official kind of way. So I hope that you have time in your life during the day, during the week, that you get to dopamine dress. And so along those lines, that's what I'm doing here with this. This is Stay High, and it would also be great in this Gusto. That is a lot of dopamine dressing. And I hope that when you knit, you're also getting little hits of that good dopamine. So much better to get it that way from what we're wearing and what we're knitting than what we're watching on our little tiny screens. So thank you, Renee. I did work at having my shawl. I take my shawl home. What am I going to wear tomorrow for the night before I arrange the layout? What am I going to wear? I take it home and I got to find something to match with it because it needs to entertain me. And hopefully you are entertaining yourselves as well. We all need a good dose of dopamine. If you're watching this on the 4th of July weekend, our whole shop, let me turn so you can see the whole dang thing. Our whole shop is celebrating by buy 3 things. The 4th is free. And I will put in the comments the actual code that you use, but you'll see it in our social media, and it's good through Monday, the 4th. And it doesn't mean you have to buy all 4 of the same thing. You can buy 4 different things. Oh, let's see. Let me show you by grabbing some pancake mix, and one of those will be free. So I'm going to go put some links up for you guys, and I really enjoy it. It's a highlight of my Saturday. Melissa and Jennifer and I are here today to take your orders, help you with your texts at 229-236-GOAT, and just all around generally help you with some doses of dopamine. Happy 4th.